our WC Conversations. I'm Patrick Earl, Economic Development Officer for Wheatland County, and we're here today with Heather Dougall, a realtor with LePage Benchmark. Morning, Heather.
Good morning.
I'd just like to throw out contact information for Heather right off the top. She can be reached at 403-807-8538 and email at hd@heatherdougall.com. And her website is heatherdougall.com. And that would be HEATHERDOUGALL.com. Over the past 25 years, her career has focused on real estate. Heather has worked in many different areas of the industry, which gives her an extensive base of knowledge and connections to draw upon. As licensed in residential, rural, and commercial real estate, she sells a wide variety of properties from mobile homes in Cayley to cafes in Rosebud to acreages in Balzac. Her areas of focus include Calgary and everything 1.5 hours surrounding. This keeps her very educated on current and upcoming Alberta communities, construction processes, and availability. Also, being raised in Calgary and now residing in Lyelta, she has watched the Calgary and surrounding areas grow and knows firsthand the communities which best suit her clients' needs. Over the past 6 years, Heather has looked after the sales of single and duplex lots in the Lakes of Muirfield, a community she calls home and is very passionate about. Oh, geez, I got to start that again. That was a train wreck. Oh gosh.
It's going to be a long morning.
I know, and it's all my fault. Oh,
Oh, well, that's just because I haven't started answering yet.
I know. Gosh. Mondays. All right. A little more coffee. It's my first coffee today, too.
There we go.
All right. Okay. 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 Hello, and welcome to our WC Conversations. I'm Patrick Earl, Economic Development Officer with Wheatland County, and we're here today with Heather Dougall, a realtor with LePage Benchmark. Good morning, Heather.
Good morning.
I'd like to welcome you to our WC conversation on this, and I'll throw out your contact information right now. Heather's with LePage Benchmark. She can be reached at 403-807-8538, and email is hd@heatherdougall.com, and her website is heatherdougall.com, HEATHERDOUGAL.com. Over the past 25 years, Heather's career has been focused on real estate. She has worked in many different areas of the industry and gives her an extensive base of knowledge and connections to draw upon. As she's licensed in residential, rural, and commercial real estate, she sells a wide variety of properties from mobile homes in Cayley to cafes in Rosebud and to acreages in Balzac. Her areas of focus include Calgary and everything 1.5 hours surrounding. This keeps her very educated on current and upcoming Alberta communities, construction process, and availability. Also being raised in Calgary and now residing in Lyelta, she has watched the Calgary and surrounding areas grow and knows firsthand the communities which would best suit her clients' needs. Over the past 6 years, Heather has looked after the sales of single and duplex lots in the Lakes of Muirfield, a community she now calls home and is very passionate about, and she is very excited for the community to gain momentum. So Heather, can we start off by you telling us about the value of Wheatland County now being involved in the development?
With having Wheatland County involved, so the past developer was out of Vancouver. The having a community in Alberta wasn't really his wheelhouse. They sort of fell into it more than anything. So, and they knew that they weren't doing the job that they could have. So, and the county could do a much better job at maintaining it, mostly because they're here. So, things have definitely changed in the last few months for the better, and it's very exciting.
Great. So can you tell us where the lakes are located in relationship to Calgary?
We're approximately 20 minutes east. So if you came out off Stony Trail onto 564, which is Country Hills, and then we would be approximately 20 minutes, and then 3 kilometers south of that. Or you could come in off of Highway 1. We're just about six kilometers past the Langdon turnoff. And then the next access point is going to be McKnight, which will go in, hopefully be paved within the next year or so. Who knows the best laid plans, but and so that'll give another great access point. And then we're sort of sit in the middle of there and Strathmore, in between Chestermere and Strathmore, almost exactly.
Okay. What makes the Lakes of Muirfield unique as a place to buy or build in the region? Landscapes, views, etc.
Well, number one would be value. But as for views, so we have really nice mountain views, and all of the lots except for, so we have 700 houses will be at max. They're built all around the golf course, and the canal. So the majority of lots, probably 90%, back either onto green space or onto the golf course, which is very unique compared to most communities, because and those are the sought after things that we have. Also, the golf course is built far enough away that the not that it's impossible, but the chances of getting hit by a golf ball are very minimal, just because of its design. And then because we're in the middle of farmland, so in the spring you're surrounded by canola fields, and we have 5 moose that we always see running and things like that. So.
That's great. What current amenities are within the community besides the golf course?
So yeah, so the golf course, and then the county has just assisted us in putting in an outdoor rink. So we had some boards donated from Suncor. They had them up in Fort Mac, and they were shipped down here. So it's a full Olympic size outdoor boards rink, and the county flattened out some land for us, and so that should be, it's almost ready to go to get the water into it. Then we also have the Mercantile at Muirfield, which is sort of a cafe. Go and meet your neighbors, have a beer, have a hot dog, have a hamburger. She's now delivering pizzas, which was always my thing. I said that's the one thing I miss is pizza delivery. So she's doing take and bake meals, which is great. Then beside that, we also have Libations, which is the liquor store. But the future plan, there's five acres of commercial on site, so there will be more stores in the future.
Great. And then community events, I've noticed a lot of things that are the community is really pretty close knit, and there's a lot of involvement with the residents that are currently there, right?
Yeah, I always say you can be as, involved or as uninvolved as you want. People are always surprised because we generally wave at each other when people are driving by, and some people think, "Oh, is this like Pleasantville or something?" But we tend to know our neighbors. Yeah, and we do have a lot of events. So not only within the community, but we have the Lyelta Community Hall just across the street. So pre-COVID, we had Halloween parties there, Christmas parties. We generally have Friday night happy hour within the community, but we've done Name That Tune. There'll be, all kinds of things for adults and children, depending. So yes, very close knit.
Great. What's close to the lakes for additional amenities?
Like I said, we sort of sit in a triangle between Strathmore, Chestermere, and Cross Iron. So, Strathmore has pretty much everything that you would want. Takes 17 minutes to get there. The only thing it probably doesn't have is a Costco. So Costco, now you can go into East Hills, or you could go into up to Cross Iron. So, lots of access to different places. Langdon's only half an hour away. So it's, I've never found, that's always everyone's concern. Well, what if I need some milk? Well, they do have it at the Mercantile now. But you're only you're only a few minutes away from anything that you would need.
And so if people perhaps work in Calgary, do you have a commute time to downtown, or if they ever want to get out of the city after COVID, how far is it to the airport?
The airport is 30 minutes, and the downtown is about 35 minutes. So, and depending on rush hour, so we moved out from Calgary from New Brighton. Our office is by Chinook, and it takes me about 4 minutes longer to get there because there isn't an accident on Deerfoot I have to deal with.
Nice. Um, so what would you say is the current demographic of the community?
It's split almost, I would say almost 50-50 between young families with children. So originally it was set to be a seniors commute, and that's not it at all. So really families really love it because the buses come in, they take the kids right to school in Strathmore. The kids can ride their bike to the store and get a Slurpee. We've had little girls collect golf balls and make a little golf ball stand instead of lemonade, and then go buy ice cream with it. So, so kids can be kids. I saw them out yesterday, and there was like piles of dirt from a hole that they're digging, and the kids were all running on the piles of dirt and having a great time. And the parents don't need to worry as much. Then we have the other demographic, which would be, 50-ish, 50, 60-ish parent, like myself, that my kids are starting to have kids. And we wanted more space. We wanted, and we have a lot of generations. So mom and dad will move out here, and then the kids will come visit, and they're like, wow, this is be a great place for us to live as well. So, or their friends come, or, so a lot of people who know each other prior to even being here.
Great. And can you describe the architectural design of the homes in the Lakes of Muirfield?
I think it's what we call like prairie Gothic. We do have a higher standard of architectural controls. So the houses need to be stucco or hardy board. So we don't have any vinyl siding at all. There has to be some level of stone, especially if you're backing onto the golf course. Then on the back pillars, there has to be stone. All the driveways are aggregate. There's a side window in each of the garages is part of it. So, a nice level of architectural.
Okay. And then what's the average size of homes and the size of lots?
So the most of the lots are 50 feet, the single family ones, 50 feet across the front. And then they range between 137 and 150 feet deep. And again, the majority, so 90% back onto either the canal or the golf course. And then probably more than half are walkout lots as well. And then we do have some that are 61 feet, and we have some that are acreage lots as well. And then we do have one street, St. Andrew's Close, which is our semi-detached, our villa lots. So they range. They're basically a 50-foot lot cut in half.
Oh, okay. And then what about the average size of the homes in square footage?
The smallest that we're allowed to have is a 1,300 square foot bungalow. So the majority are on the bungalow side, which we tend to build quite a bit of because you can come and get a lot that a bungalow fits on, and not, especially in Calgary, it's very difficult now to get a good sized bungalow because you can't get the land space, or the price is out of people's range of what they want to pay. So the bungalows are generally about 1,600 to 1,900 square feet, and the 2 stories run anywhere from they're probably on average about 22 to 2,400. That being said, we just moved somebody into one that's 2,900 square foot 2 stories, so it's it's a good size house.
Nice. And is there a diverse amount of lot sizes currently available?
There are some in phase 1 that have been sold to 2 of the builders. So Indus and Vanity owns all of phase 1. And now we're working on to phase 2. So we're just getting ready to release the next group of lots in phase 2, but we do have single family lots, both walkout and non-walkout. We have the duplex lots, both walkout and non-walkout, and then we have acreage lots as well. So they're full acre. All the lots are fully serviced. So you've got all the amenities. Just come and build your beautiful house.
Awesome. And then what about services connectivity for the available lots?
So we have an incoming water plant on site. Okay, so there's 2 ponds that are filled with water, and then it's treated and for gas it's Rosebud Co-op. For electricity you can use any of the normal NMAX, or we have Shaw Cable. And then for wastewater, which is always the big question, currently the county is trucking the wastewater to Strathmore. But they've purchased trucks in the last probably 3 weeks, which is done. So they're working on lowering the bill. Not that it was ever excessive. A lot of rumors surrounding that weren't necessarily true. And it's because it's a pay per usage base. So it's just like anywhere. If you turn something on for a long period of time, it's going to cost you a lot of money. So if you don't, then it costs you less. So hope that makes sense.
Yes. So how about price ranges for available lots and homes? Any particular ones you want to focus on?
So our duplex, or like our semi-detached, are 40,000 or 50,000 aside, depending if they walk out or not. Our single family lots start at 95,000 and go up to 125,000. And our acreage lots start at 249,000. House wise, depending on the size, anywhere from 450 to 650,000.
Okay. So obviously very competitive than the city of Calgary for a similar size lot and home.
Correct. Like when we moved out, one of the reasons we did was because we were looking at lots in Calgary. So to get a lot in green space in Calgary was, you were probably looking around that $250,000, $300,000 price point. Then when you come out here and you're looking at that $125,000 price point, you're getting more house. So we could invest, that extra $100,000 into our house, as compared to putting it into the dirt that it sat on.
Okay. And with that, anything else you'd like to add about the properties available and the Lakes of Muirfield itself?
I think it's a really unique place. The nice thing about it is it will never be huge.
Okay.
People coming out, say from Chestermere, that thought, this was a great small community 15 years ago, and now it's big. Now it's almost, in Calgary. The max build out is 700. We do have gates at the front, so we have a remote to get in at night, which gives us, a little bit of added security. Again, we're, super tight knit, and it's so quiet is part of the reason we love it. We don't get woken up by ambulances and sirens and motorbikes as by, the geese flying south or the odd coyote. So me being born and raised in Calgary, it's like the stress level difference is unbelievable. When it's sort of like you're always on vacation because it's nice and calm. So, it's nice to come home to that quiet, and it's nice to have neighbors that know each other. And if there's a big snowfall next week, everybody pulls their snowblowers out and helps each other. So if you have a problem, there's somebody to go to. If you want to go shake someone's hand when COVID's not here, you know who your neighbor is. We don't just open our garage door, close it, and never to be seen again, kind of thing.
Well, that's great. Well, thanks, Heather, for filling us in on the Lakes of Muirfield and So yeah, for Heather's contact information, I'll just let you all know again. She's with Royal LePage Benchmark. Her number is 403-807-8538, and her email is hd@heatherdougall.com, and her website is heatherdougall.com. Thanks again, Heather, and enjoy your day out there at the lakes.
Okay, you too.
Okay,
Thanks,
thanks.
Cedric. Okay, bye.
Okay, bye bye.